And the bad news is, yes, I did get better not say that, I'll get called a fanboy. Yes, brothers and sisters. No, I did get a bit of a licking at the weekend, yes. It was enjoyable, it was fun. Did we expect any different? I don't think so. Got a bit of a sore nose, bit of a black eye. It was the eye that caused the nose though. So what happened with my spar against Danny the bastard Christie? It was good fun actually. It was very, very good fun. I don't think anything happened that I didn't sort of expect was going to happen anyway. He was very, very good. Very good. And I don't think that he gets the credit for being quite as good of a boxer as he actually is. Yeah, so round one was obviously quite very, very light. It was all light. It was all light. Listen, you can get black eyes and hurt and busted noses and that when you're going light. There's levels to sport, and what I think some people don't understand is, like, when you're talking about fighting as a sport, yeah. So you can talk about fighting, having a fight down the pub. That's not really fighting, is it? Like, just punching someone and shouting at someone isn't actually fighting. It's when, sorry, I'm trying to straighten this out a little bit. When you're trying to do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds with the gloves on, when the fitness starts coming into it, when technique actually matters, that's when it's actually fighting, isn't it? Right. So round one, very nice, very light technical. I felt like I was moving quite nicely in round one. The head movement was quite nice. I've got a tendency to have quite a low lead hand, and where I'm short, if you hadn't already gathered, where I'm quite short, I normally can manage to get my head out of the way of shots. I rely a lot on my head movement, and I have a low lead hand. And maybe when you're sparring people that you spar a lot, even if they are good, you start to work out patterns of movement. You start to work out how to get out of the way of their shots, especially where I'm coaching people, where I'm drilling shots with them and stuff like that. Sort of, you almost have a sixth sense as to sort of know where they're going to go before they go. And you still get beaten up when you spar good people, of course. Listen, I've never once said that I am good or high level. Never once. But yeah, you just sort of get used to it, so you can get out of the way a little bit more. You might get a little bit more success. But with Danny, he's very, very big. Now, I don't know where all this whole Diddy crisp packet myth comes from. This Diddy man thing. He's not a small bloke. He's a fucking big bloke. He's big, he's strong, and he's heavy. And he's very heavy-handed, even when he doesn't mean to be. Because he wasn't going more than probably about 20-30% at any point when he was hitting me. I wouldn't have thought. Maybe 50 when he done that. But he did stitch me up on the gloves, and he wore 14s, I wore 16s. He got me to do a 10-hour drive, and he fucking put me on a weird surface in a big ring, so he did stitch me up, and I think he slipped something in my teeth as well, to be fair, before we got there. Now, round two, the pace was a little bit different. Everything just a little bit different. Like I say, when you're sparring someone that you're not familiar with, and when you're in a bit of an uncomfortable situation, it's it does throw you off a little bit. Like when you go to someone else's gym sparring, of course it was very relaxed and it was very calm. But yeah, just they do things that you're not used to. You see things that you're not used to. He does this thing, like, so obviously where I'm so much shorter, I'll normally go for the body. I'll tuck up high guard and I'll march straight forward, get my head off the line on the way in, and I'll target the body. But he shut his body off very, very well. He closed his body off, shells right up, but still manages to maintain his length when he's throwing his jab. He's a hard one to work out. He's very talented, very good. And I spar with good people. Not that I do well against good people. Like, I've never once professed to be anything that I'm not, but yeah, he is. That's all. He's very good, very skillful. And then in round three, obviously my nose is busted by this point, bleeding a lot, and we obviously had already discussed that we wanted to put a little bit more into the third round, so the pace got upped a little bit. We've touched gloves. I've hit him with a little 3-piece straight away. Bit cheeky, probably should have stepped off, but yeah, I thought, fuck it, he's busted my nose. I'll get him with a couple. I hit him with a couple of nice shots. I don't know if you can see it too well in the video, but a few times he went to me, oh, shot, yeah, good shot. I've hit him with a nice short uppercut. There was one time he pulled my head down and I come out the side and hit him with a right hand over the top. I was quite happy with it. I really was. I didn't expect it to be much different. And when you're in there with someone who you know could just shut your lights off really at any second if they wanted to, it adds a little bit more of a nervous energy to it. Do you know what I mean? Not that he would have. I'm not saying he would have. We're friends, obviously. I don't think he would have. I trusted him with my safety in that situation. It's the same in any combat sport. When you're in there with someone who's much better than you, you trust them with your safety. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, it does add a little bit more nerves to it, because you won't commit on something that you would normally commit on. You're thinking a little bit more. So there's times like where I've tried to circle out and my feet have got caught underneath me, which never normally happens. I've normally got pretty good footwork, quite good balance. But it's like, you can't breathe out your nose, you're getting pressured in the corner. You've just taken a few round the body. That third round, he hit me with a few round the body. Again, you don't need to hit hard round the body. Just tap, 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 mate, they blow you out. And he's very crisp. Everything lands nice. Yeah, it was a really, really good, really fun experience. I had a good weekend up there. Top fella. Yeah. On to something else now. I'm going to stop talking about myself for a minute. On to Dougie Joyce. Now, Dougie Joyce has had a big scrap at a Manchester Christmas market. Now, Shadowboxer was the first on the scene for the gypsy travelling fucking street fighting bare knuckle gypsy Christmas fucking market fights or whatever he said. And yeah, he's had a big scrap with Simey McGinley. Now, I wouldn't normally talk about Simon McGinley because he's not put himself online, but now he's put himself out in a public viewing for everyone to see. I'm more than happy to talk about it. So they're going back and forth, and they're both claiming a victory in this situation. This is a street fight situation. Now, I know people like to say that Dougie Joyce is a bit of a frag and he can't have it. Mate, Dougie Joyce is a big, rough, tough geezer. Do not, just because he had that fight where neither of them engaged and it went on for ages, don't for a second think that he is not a fighting man, mate. He had a lengthy amateur boxing experience, and he's a big, strong fella. And as you can see from that video, listen, they're both claiming victory. Apparently Dougie got jumped after. We haven't got any evidence of this. We haven't got any evidence of Simon McGinley saying he's knocked him out. I'm not saying anything bad about this Simon McGinley fella. I don't know him. I've got a lot of respect for the travelling families. I don't have respect for all these plastic gangsters and all that, but the travellers, I've got a lot of respect from age-old dynasties, and I like the way they do it. But yeah, we've got no evidence of anything that they're saying. All we have got evidence is Dougie Joyce having a Hollywood moment. He's good on camera, and Dougie Joyce, he knows what he's doing. He's always working. He's fucking clever, that geezer. Oh yeah, bum bum bum, steps through, 1 2 1, come together, go for the little eye gouge. Little free piece, throws Simon McGinley to the floor. I assume it's Simon McGinley at the time, and then it sort of gets separated. But what happened before or after, I'm not too sure about. I'm sure we'll find out. But in that situation that we saw, it looked like Dougie got the better of it. But I could be wrong. Do you know what I mean? We'll have to wait. And apparently they're having another fight, so be very interested to see if that does come to fruition. This fight that they're talking about now. They're talking about doing it this morning, but they were probably very drunk at the time, so I don't think they will do it this morning. But hopefully this week, maybe they'll get it on. Maybe we'll get another fight to watch. That'll be fucking interesting. Anyways, boys, let me know what you think down below. Thanks for watching. Adios, la boche.